I have to pay my child support every month. I get warrants out for my arrest when I don't. I get my driver's license suspended when I don't. And she was ordered to pay this 401k money, and she has not. So, Sarah, are you denying that you owe me this money? Why don't you just give it to me?
One of the most vexing issues in a divorce.
Mr. Graverson, this is your motion. What do you care to add to it?
As far as what?
Okay.
Yes.
Well, then let me do this. You don't get a quadro like this. There's not an automatic interest rate that's added. So that I can explain this to both of you, the qualified domestic relations orders are very specific to the case. They are very specific to the employer. So each one is different. But what you fill out is you fill it out that you have you were awarded $46,000 in accordance with the judgment of divorce as of the entry of the judgment. So the day that the judgment was entered, that's the day the $46,000 is due. Now, the quadro should be drafted that any market forces up or down between that date and the date that you get the quadro entered should automatically be calculated in as well. You've got the gist of an idea. The problem is about 2.5 years ago, the stock market went down and people lost 20% of their stuff. So you don't just get the ups, you get the ups and downs.
Okay, well,
But
then
the
I guess
$46,000, yeah. And what I will tell you is this too, the last 3 years, I was a divorce attorney for 10 years. In the last 3 or 4 years I did divorces, I refused to draft quadros because they became that complicated. There are special attorneys out there that do that. Yeah. Yeah, there are specialized attorneys that do nothing but draft.
Yep, and my attorney could not do that. She said I had to go through financial aid,
like I said, I started refusing to do them myself because it was becoming more time. I had one that took 12 different redrafts because of the human resources department at that business.
Right.
Matter of fact, they asked me the 3 of the revisions were revisions that they had asked for in the first place. And they had me put them back to the way I originally wrote them. So it is complicated. It's a pain in the neck, but I suggest you find some firm that does specialize in qualified domestic relations orders, and they should be able to zap it up for you. Normally, I think they charge anywhere from $400 to $700, depending upon how complicated.
Well, that's what I'm trying to avoid.
Well, you can avoid it all. You can avoid it all you want. The problem is you're dealing with a very complicated technical issue that, if it's done wrong, hurts both of you. And the longer you wait to get this done, the harder it is because those market forces are harder to calculate.
Well, I just want I'll settle for the $46,000 that was awarded originally.
Again, you have to, you have to draft the quadro correctly and no problem. Be more than happy to sign that for you.
How is it drafted incorrect?
You don't get an automatic interest rate like the 9.27% that you put on there.
Is there a chance I can get some type of interest rate?
Again, I just told you, you get market forces up or down. So in other words, if that account lost, so if the account lost money, your $46,000 is less. If it gained money, you get more than the 46. But it's 46 as of whenever the judgment was entered, and then plus or minus any market forces that have occurred.
Do you have any recommendations to somebody that I could talk to get this done with?
Unfortunately, I do not. That's unfortunately in your hands, because once you don't have an attorney in the case, you are your own attorney, and the court must treat you as an
that's
attorney.
What I'm trying to avoid. I'm trying to avoid attorney fees.
I understand. I understand that, but your cost benefit here is outweighing what you need.
But in the original divorce attorneys, any attorney, the original divorce agreement, any attorney fees that are, so then she would have to pay that.
No,
it depends. I thought it was the fact that normally it's you that, because if you're the one receiving the benefit, it's you that has to do it.
It says the defendant pays the fees in the divorce agreement.
Yeah, normally that's what it would say. If you're the one needing the quadro, you're the one that pays the fee for it.
There's a copy of the divorce agreement in the reply.
Yeah, I noticed, and
So
it
then
does.
I
So
I
Mr.
can go
Graverson,
after,
you
I
get the,
I can
you
go
get the,
after her for those divorce,
no,
those attorney fees?
no. This is something you need drafted and something you need to get done. So no, the other side does not pay your attorney fees. And the judgment is clear. You pay for your quadro. All
Okay.
right. So at
Um,
this point, the motion has to be denied because this is an inappropriate quadro.
unbelievable.
Yes, it is. I agree with you there. I will not disagree with you on that.
So I have to pay my child support every month. I get warrants out for my arrest when I don't. I get my driver's license suspended when I don't. And she was ordered to pay this 401k money and she has not. And there's no penalty for
No,
her.
you were ordered to get a quadro drafted to take it from her account. She does not have it. She's not withholding it. It's being held in an account waiting for you to do the correct paperwork, and that's your responsibility.
How is this paperwork not correct that I sent to you?
Again, because you put an interest rate on it that's not ordered by the
If I,
judgment.
if I take the interest rate off of it, it will be correct.
It might be correct, yes, but you might want to see somebody about making sure that that includes all of the interest rate, and you might want to check with the plan administrator to make sure you're filling it out correctly. That's who we used to have to call when I did them, and they'll talk to
And
anybody,
who's
not just
that?
attorneys. I have no idea.
And who-
Every plan is different. That's what I'm telling you. There
So
is no
how do I get
generic.
that?
You contact the plan administrator. Ms. Graverson, is this place of through your place of
it's
employment? Is
it's
this?
Meyer. So the on that third sheet, the exhibit
Employment.
2, the exhibit 2, it's got
Yeah.
it has the address on there, and it doesn't have the phone number, but the form that he used to fill it out it's the same information, the same forms he used to fill it out. It should be on there.
So Sarah,
Okay.
are you denying that you owe me this money? Why don't you just give it to me and be done
She
with this? So we
can't.
don't have
It's got to
go
be done
through-
by a court order under federal law. It's got to be
I
done through a
would pay the
qualified
taxes
domestic.
on that money.
Yeah.
I
No,
would pay the taxes on that money. I can't, and he's repeatedly asked me to just pay him, and I can't do that. I
no,
would be
you can't do
liable for
that.
that. I can't.
This is a very special thing. It's under ERISA, and
But
which is a federal law.
she's made money on this money.
Again,
Where I
it's
could have
your
made money on this money.
Thomas. Have you listened to me? I said you get all market forces, which means if the $46,000 did
understand that.
increase, you're going to get the increase as well. You don't seem to understand it. So the plan is holding the money. It is court ordered to be yours. You just have to get the proper court order put together to get it. And no, she can't take it out, not under federal law. It's going to be done through the judgment of divorce through a qualified domestic relations order that you need to fill out.
Can I ask
Okay.
a question?
Sure.
What if the money's not there?
Then we have another issue, but until you fill out the quadro, we won't know. Until you get that entered, you won't know, because it should be then you roll it over into one of your accounts so that there's no tax consequences to you, because if you pull it out, there will be tax consequences.
I understand that. My concern is that the money's not going to be there.
Let's get there when we get there. Let's make sure, let's get the paperwork filled out and you'll find out whether the money's there or not.
What type of attorney do I need to hire?
Someone who specializes in
idea.
qualified, someone who specializes in qualified domestic relations orders.
All right, I was trying to avoid all this. I'm
Yeah,
sick of
well,
it.
I wish I
just
could
wanted
avoid it. I wish I could avoid it for you, but like I just told you, it got complicated enough before I stopped doing divorces that I stopped writing them because they became so complicated. They became a specialty. Okay. So good luck, but you have the information about who the plan administrator is. Contact them.
Is there a firm that you recommend?
I can't do that. Not in my position. There are some out there. I'm sure you can look them up on the web. I almost said you can look them up in the yellow pages, but that really dates me by my age when there used to be actual phone books.
I'm probably around the same age. I just want this to be done. I'm done.
I know, so do I. And that's why I'm telling you, it needs to be done as soon as possible, because I have people coming in 30 years afterwards and it's in collection already and it's a pain. So get it done as soon as you can. It may cost you some in attorney fees, but it will be less in headaches if you get it done correctly. All right.
So
Good luck to both of you, but I
okay.
have to.
All right,
All right.
thank
I have,
you.
all right. Have a good evening. Take care, everybody. Stay safe.
I have received my funds, yes, but I have
Okay.
not been made whole. I want to be made whole.
Okay.
I had to go through, whether I hired a lawyer or not, this is about gender discrimination, okay? This happened to me because of gender discrimination.
Your Honor certainly knows it's not unusual that even attorneys sometimes have trouble getting QDROs prepared and getting them to conform with the specifications of each individual company and pension carrier. That can happen. But ultimately, my client did not do anything wrong. He did not do anything to harm her. He did not impede the process. It was the defendant's responsibility to prepare these QDROs and get that money.